Well, good morning. This is Carlos, standing outside his Airbnb, setting up my phone for the recording. Let me just get the music started.
Hi, this is Oliver Vaquer, co-creator of the new fictional true crime podcast,
No,
The Angel of Vine.
not that.
Hello, welcome to Dead Pod for the week of November 16th, 2018. This is Professor. I'm so glad you can pick us up this week. This week I'm going to bring you the first segment of just a perfect show. Texas University of Fort Worth, Texas. November 14th, 1970. We're going to hear something on this week.
Okay, now the running app.
Bertha starts it out, beat it on down the line. Great China Cat. I Know You Rider follows. El Paso into Sugar Ray. Jack Straw follows. Big Railroad Blues. Me and Bobby McGee.
Make sure the autopause is off.
Tennessee Jed. You Win Again. It's the very first You Win Again. They played on this date. Mexicali Blues. Casey Jones. And One More Saturday Night closes out set one. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks so much for picking us up this week and for your support of the Dead Pod. I couldn't bring it to you without your support. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a good November and it's not too snowy where you are. So, thanks for picking us up, folks. We'll see you back here next week. This is the Professor. You're listening to the Dead Pod.
Great big welcome for the Grateful Dead.
Okay. That might be a little loud for Portugal.
GPS on.
That's probably about right. There is some traffic, but not much. Alright, real-time recording as I leave the inside of the city wall. We are actually staying within the city wall of Évora, a city that was fortified to protect itself from invaders. Now outside the city wall, running within a meter of the wall. Noma and I did this run yesterday. Got a little bit turned around, but I'm pretty sure that I've got the route planned. There's the church bell. I'm hoping for about a 7.5 minute pace, something like that, with a few stops along the way to take pictures. It is Saturday today. Tomorrow we travel to Lisbon. That's a little dog with a sweater. So I've rounded the first corner of the walled city. This path is sand and gravel mostly, and then later on we'll be back on those Portuguese cobblestones. I think I could probably put the music up just a little bit more. I didn't think there'd be this much traffic. I'm running through a little tunnel in the wall here. Okay, back at it. I was setting up outside our Airbnb because Norma was doing her meditation. I didn't want to disturb her from her meditation. I see another runner. Very efficient looking shuffler. So dead ahead is a Roman aqueduct, Nandia. I think other than one or two chefs in one or two restaurants, I'm probably the only man in Portugal wearing a bandana. I get some strange looks running under the aqueduct that was built by the Romans. Hello. Everybody knows hello. Everybody knows hi. But the official greeting is bom dia. Not bon, but bom. I apologize in advance for any excessive traffic noise. What can you do? I would have had to go quite a long way out of town to get away from traffic. And as you know, I don't have a car. I don't have a license to drive a car. With any luck, a door-to-door run should be around 35 minutes, as long as I don't go too fast. I will probably stop to chat today. Who knows? I feel in a pretty chatty mood. I must admit, this holiday has been good. Norma and I have had some quality time together and a couple of little arguments, but in 30 plus years of marriage, that's only to be expected. We don't normally spend this much time together. Back in Victoria, we have our own circle of friends. We have our own interests. Yesterday, we saw a couple of Portuguese stonemasons fixing a section of sidewalk.
Distance 1 kilometer. Workout average pace 7 minutes 41 seconds per kilometer.
Yeah. I can probably slow down a little bit. From having listened back to some of my Portuguese recordings, I have had to accommodate a fair bit for the traffic. Really makes me realize how lucky I am back at home where I have the golf course and Mount Doug, which are perfect spots for running and recording. I'm expecting an episode from Jim and Antonio today. Norma's running has come along incredibly since we've been here. Up until this trip, the last time she ran with me was about 10 months ago. And I believe that was our last trip when we went to Chile. She ran with me a bit there. But I noticed from the Strava group, the Extra Mile podcast Strava group, that I'm at the top, or at least last week I finished at the top of the table for mileage. The cars are incredibly respectful, even on a major intersection. That woman chose to flag me on. She told me to go. I was quite happy to wait. I know I've got some quieter sections coming up, so I shall just wait for them and try and think of something interesting to say. Be a little careful here on the cobblestones because they're not perfectly flush with each other. From one of the two of the photographs that I've taken, you would have noticed that they are almost like crazy paving. Easy to catch your toe when you get tired. Pretty soon I'm going to get to the roundabout where the men were fixing the sidewalk. Then it'll get quieter, I hope. Last night we went out for a meal. Norma wanted to give the cook the day off. So we had a salad that she made for us at lunchtime. And in the evening we went to a rather fancy restaurant. And I must say that we were both quite disappointed with the food. It was a restaurant that was owned and operated by the chef. A woman who, for some reason, had not really grasped the idea of cooking in general, and certainly not to the American taste, or, for that matter, to the French taste. Not quite sure what her plan was. Alright, I'm going to take a picture of this wonderful sidewalk repair that they're doing so you guys get an idea of the labor involved. Yeah. In this picture you'll see the repaired section, a section of sand and the raw materials that that they use. They're going to repair a large area of sidewalk. I'm going to cross over to the other side where I'm pretty sure it'll be quieter than this side of the road.
Switching to accelerometer. Gear 5.
Alright, I'm off again. I'm further away from the traffic here, but I'm reassured that this is correct, because after a couple of little deeks into town, we found this route and figured that that was the one that I originally measured at 4.5 kilometers. The restaurant review, we were the first people in there, and after looking at the menu, I decided to have a steak, because I haven't eaten beef for about 3 weeks now, and I miss it. I've had pork, I've had virtually the entire pig, from sausage to trotters to ribs to even pig's ears. I must admit I didn't eat the pig's ears. Norma had tuna, grilled tuna. But her meal was just a large slab of fish slapped on the plate. We had ordered some yam fries, and Norma originally thought of having them first, assuming erroneously that we were going to get vegetables with our main course, but we didn't. My steak was just that, a pan-fried steak, not even grilled, swimming in a broth that she probably added after she fried the steak. A ladle full of broth. No attempt at making a sauce. Anyway, enough said. The yam fries came out cold. We shared a small bowl of yam fries. We had, as I say, quite a tough steak. I don't really blame the chef for the toughness of the meat. I don't think the cattle here get very good quality pasture. I'm going to cross the road again because I'm trying to follow the city wall as much as possible. Her tuna steak was good. She said it was kind of pink in the middle, which is fine for somebody who likes sushi. My steak was pink in the middle, which is fine for somebody who likes a rare steak. But that was it. The only memorable addition to the meal was a bottle of rosé wine at 12.5 euros, which is about $16. The main courses were $16 each, 12.5 euros for the wine, for the steak, and for the tuna. I'm getting to another corner of the city wall. Yep. This time I take the corner. There was an option that we took last time, which was incorrect. If this doesn't lead to a park, then I know I've done something wrong. But I think this is right. Yep, this is correct. Another reason why the traffic noise is louder here than back home is because of these damn cobbled streets. The tires make more noise than they should on asphalt because of these cobblestones.
Time for hydration.
20 minutes done. Probably 22 recorded. These are fortified citadel corners to this wall. Typical of places like Jamaica. The West Indies has fortified battlements with little turrets on the corner of each wall. The city of Évora, inside the city walls, is painted a uniform taupe, or whatever that sort of sandy bronze color is called. Not sure if it's taupe or not, but you'll see it in some of the pictures. So very soon I'm going to get to this park I was telling you about, where it should get quieter, a fair bit quieter. Everything inside the city walls is painted a uniform color. I guess that's to keep some kind of consistency of design rather than a mishmash of pastels. Alright, I'm not sure why I'm walking now. I guess it's because I'm relishing in the quiet for a change. The park that we ran through yesterday is gated, and the gate, would you believe, is closed. So I'm going to have to run around the outside of the park. No problem, really, as I get my bearings once again. Yep, that's the park we ran through yesterday. Alright, for dessert, I passed on the dessert. Norma decided to try the chocolate mousse, which had a garnish of rock salt, yes, rock salt on a chocolate pudding. But I guess that's nouvelle cuisine, if you say, as you could say. But by this time, I'd already ordered bread because the juices in the pan were good enough. The juices on my plate were good enough to want to mop them up. So I ate the steak, half a serving of yam fries, and Norma asked me if I wanted a dessert, and I said no, and basically I had the rest of the wine as my dessert. She had the chocolate mousse, which was tastefully served in a little stoneware kind of dish. fish. Small, about the size of a demi-tasse. Alright, this is another park. This is like a school park. Bom dia. Que hora abre la puerta?
Às 8.
8?
Sim,
Las 8? 8
Sí.
o'clock?
sim.
Okay, gracias. This path goes all the way around,
Sim.
all the way around the city. It's
Sí.
beautiful here.
Sí.
Very nice. Anyway, bom dia.
Bom dia.
Yeah, she was just opening the gate, so it must be 8 o'clock. I speak in a mixture of French, Spanish and English here. Here's the wooden animals that Norma was sitting on. I hope I'm not beating the girl to the other gate. I might have to wait for her to open the other gate for me. Now I'm the furthest away from the traffic. Our new member, Tess, will be glad. She heard one of my noisy recordings and was, I would say, slightly horrified by the noise levels that we have to put up with as guerrilla podcasters. We don't have the luxury of calm, quiet recording spaces. We record wherever we happen to be. Okay, so the gate is closed. I'm gonna have to scale the gate. No big deal. It's a small gate. Yep, it's locked. Just gonna put the recorder on the wall here as I climb over the gate. Okay, safe. The problem with this gate is there was little runnels, little metal knobs between each of the bars of the gate, but they were just narrow enough apart for my shoe to squeeze through, which would have meant that I wouldn't have got any vantage by stepping on them, so I had to be quite careful where I put my feet and how much weight I put on my feet. Otherwise I would have ended up with a metal bar in the crutch as I straddled the gate. Another corner, yep. And back onto the side of the wall. Hopefully the quiet side of the city. Let me take another picture for the title photograph. Got it. And I'll just check that I'm still tracking my activities. Yep, I'm up to 28 minutes and 3.68 kilometers. Yep, so this is the 4.5 that I measured the first day on my Daily Mile mapping app. Sugary. But you can tell how noisy it has been here. I have had the runkeeper lady talking to me, and I've only heard one announcement from her. The cars have once again. I'm sorry, Tess. I will try and be a little more selective. Lisbon might well be quieter. There might be some larger municipal parks. But because the city itself here is basically cobblestones, narrow streets, all the through traffic is directed around the city walls. And that's exactly where I'm running. So this is probably the busiest street in Évora. I have been posting a little too many of my relived flybys. I'm going to stop pretty soon. Obviously, I'm still going to keep recording my runs, but I won't be bombarding my favorite sites with the flybys, the simulations. Once you've seen a few of them,
4 kilometers. Work on average pace 7 minutes 37 seconds per kilometer.
7:27, I heard that. And you can probably hear the wind blowing through the plane trees. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the plane trees have a leaf quite similar to a maple leaf. I'm pretty sure they're plane trees from the bark. The street that I grew up on had plane trees. But the plane trees in England on that particular street had been pruned back so that they were just large trunks with like a knob where the branches had been cut back. Just walking through the main gates now. Well, across. I'm still on the outside of the wall. I could have cut in there. Our Airbnb is just behind the city walls, a little further along. There we go. I think that must be 8:15, 11 degrees Celsius, as I go through a tunnel. Yep, this is level with the back of our Airbnb. I'll tell you a little bit about the Airbnb now. It's an original house built against the wall on the inside. It's a cold house. Stone floor, thick stone walls, but it has been refitted. But it's a tiny place. There's not a single folding door, not a single hinge door, I should say. They're all pocket doors as I go through another tunnel in the wall. I'm going to take a picture in here. Alright. Inside the city wall in the tunnel. And up ahead there's a ramp. Nice wall. A nice wall. Nice city. Do you live here?
Español.
Yo hablo español también. Sí, yo soy turista.
Ah, ¿de dónde?
De Canadá.
Ah, Canadá.
Yo casé una canadiense.
Sí.
Sí, ¿y tú dónde vives?
Yo soy de Cádiz, España.
¿De Cádiz?
Sur de España.
Ah, bueno. ¿Estás pasando bien aquí?
Sí, estoy aquí estudiando Erasmus.
¿Erasmus?
Sí.
¿Es una universidad o colegio?
Sí, es una universidad.
Perfecto. Yo soy demasiado viejo para estudio. Adiós.
Chao.
Ciao. So, he was from Cadiz, Spain. He actually asked me to speak in Spanish. Alright, I'm going to walk this last little bit so I can fill you in on the details of the Airbnb. The electric system here is not very well set up for cooking. If you put more than 2 burners on, the fuse blows. The shower is a tourist killer. It's one of those sitz bath kind of showers, but there's no way of standing up safely. You're pretty much going to break your head if you try and turn in the shower, and if the water should hit you badly or too hot and you wince, you're almost guaranteed to fall flat on your ass, or worse, crack your head. Alright, so this is our place. I'm going to have to knock to be let in. So this is the running jackal. Hello. I didn't realize you were in the shower. Okay. Alright, so that's it. I'm done. Bye bye.